is the launch of Winnipeg's Super Sports Network.
Well, I think it's one of the most important things that we do for our kids. The importance is to get as many involved as possible, and it's not only sports but music, fashion or whatever, to keep the kids busy with good things. And even the elite side of sports is very important to get kids to have dreams and have something, goals to work towards. It's working so well now. We have the Jets back, we have the Bombers, we have the Gold Eyes, and there's opportunities, college, everything that motivates kids to play sports.
By looking at me, you're thinking, Art, you're quite the athlete, right? But growing up, I went to the community clubs. My kids went through community clubs, playing baseball and football and soccer. So I've seen how it's affected me personally, getting involved coaching, getting involved watching them and with the other parents, supporting our kids, because it makes them stronger physically, but also stronger in their minds and their attitudes and their relationships. So
recently I've been president of Winnipeg Youth Soccer for a number of years and been involved with the Manitoba Soccer Association. We've seen some great changes happening over the last 7 or 8 years, and of course in a couple of years we're getting the Women's World Cup coming to Winnipeg, which is going to be great fun and very exciting. So there's been a lot of great changes, and as I say, it all starts at the community centres, and they're very much involved in starting off smaller kids with mini soccer and age appropriate type of games.
It's big and broad in this community. There's about 300,000 Manitobans that are involved in sport in this province. And when you figure our population is somewhere north of 1 million, it's a pretty significant impact. That's people that are either involved as athletes, coaches, managers, volunteers, officials. So it's broad in scope and touches almost every Manitoban's life or their family in one way or another.
Part of what we want to do is we want to develop good athletes, but good citizens. That's what we have a saying, high school athletics, the other half of education. And we firmly believe that it's it's the biggest classroom outside of the physical school. And we're teaching kids how to be better people and better citizens. So those are the kinds of things that, that I thrive on, when we could see the good things. You don't hear about the good things very often. You hear about the bad things kids do, but you don't hear about the good things enough. So those are things that I enjoy. Certainly some of the great crowds we've had at some of our championships and great games, they're fantastic.
even my own family and those I hang out with, those I spend time with, and those I see at the chamber, all these guys and gals with young kids, it's impacted them as well. So I think overall, sport, good or bad, athletic, however good you are, it allows them to strengthen themselves. And that's what we want, because Winnipeg is the greatest community around. Across the country, I've traveled from coast to coast, I've seen them, and I think Winnipeg is the best place to be. And partly it is because of a community mindset, of giving, of time, talents, and their money.
I hosted Jonathan Tave's Stanley Cup party, and kids can see it. Actually, it can happen from anywhere here. Every player or every successful person, they have different roads how they got there, and it usually started around the community centers where they live, and and people around them helping, and especially family, supporting parents. So it's very important, I think, to keep the kids busy with good things, and sports is certainly one main thing, one of the main ingredients.
The life skills that sport brings to our people, to kids especially, that sense of responsibility, of teamwork, of being accountable to a teammate, of being dedicated and committed. Certainly there's the health benefits that go beyond that. But it's just, you see the confidence, especially in kids, that I saw it with my own son, that was sort of, wasn't sure about his, at a young age, 6, 7, 8 years old, wasn't the fastest skater in the world. All of a sudden, he discovered he was a pretty good goalie, and the pats on the backs and the attaboys and whatever, it just drove him. He got far more focused. I saw his self-confidence in his personal life change, and you see that with every kid. I coach as well, and one of the things I really, really enjoy about coaching is what I call the light bulb moment, when you're teaching a skill and different kids get it at different times. And when they get it, there's just this beaming smile. And you realize you've had a little bit of an impact, and that kid's feeling happy, feeling good about themselves. And sport provides that. So do other things in life, but sport just provides an awful lot of great things in a kid's life.
You run into an athlete 10, 15 years down the road, and they recognize you, or you recognize them. I remember years ago, we were looking at buying some new computer products, and went to this one company, and they were bidding and on it, and then the salesperson gave me his name, and I said, "You're not XY, I won't mention the school, but didn't you go to such and such a school? Weren't you athlete of the year?" And this was probably a early 30s individual, and his face just turned blank, and he was just so excited that I remembered his name and all that, and all of a sudden the deal changed as well. We got a heck of a better deal on our computers as well, but he was just so excited that I remembered him, 10, 12 years after he graduated. But
well, I played for the Jets, so I've been traveling all over the province, and I know how much it means up north. It's one more thing to do and follow all year. Our cold winters makes us limited for about a few months a year. So it's, well, we have Bomber fans, we have Goldeye fans, we have some are fans of other teams too, but it's like a soap opera to follow the team all year and see the daily things that happens and follow them right till the end, and hopefully a good ending. And it means a lot to a lot of people, that's for sure. And it keeps us busy and looking forward to things, and it's very important that we have those things. And it's not just a bunch of guys playing for money. That's not what it's all about. It helps the whole community, and it's a fantastic thing. All the things we have in Winnipeg is just tremendous.
Right from little Johnny, 4 years old, on the soccer field, huddled together, running up and down, playing soccer. We've seen that develop, of course, through the years and through the high school programs, right to our community clubs and through the universities, all the way up through the whole system. So we've seen it, and we have some of our staff who are involved certainly in the athletics of sport and being involved. And even as a chamber staff, we've been involved in dragon boat racing. We had a baseball team, both supporting breast cancer and cancer care. So we've got involved in community and helping participate, giving money back, giving our time, and giving our talents even here at the chamber, because we want to set the pace for others as well.
I think sports for this community, people think of it at different levels. We've got our 3 professional teams, 3 major sports, In winter, people are involved in hockey and curling and things like that. In summer, people try to get outside and spend as much time outside as possible. That's why you see people playing baseball all over the place. Ultimate Frisbee's becoming very popular. Our local tennis courts, you just can't get on it. And of course, golf, for those that are able to hit a small white ball. As far as Coffee News goes, we try to support local sports wherever we can. I'm personally quite involved in soccer, so I've put an awful lot of energy and resources into trying to support that. But in general, Coffee News supports local sports wherever they can. Definitely the community centre is the place where most people start off their sporting careers. Now, as kids progress, they maybe move away to play at higher levels, and they specialize in the sports that they're doing. But there's so much goes on at the community centre, and that's why it's so important that I think we have to support the community centres in keeping kids occupied. Kids that are involved in sport, be it running around on the rink outside in the winter, or kicking a ball around in the summer, or throwing a ball around in the summer, they tend to stay out of trouble more. And so from that point of view, it's a good thing. It also teaches them discipline, and it teaches them how to get along with other people.
There's so many things going on every day here, so you just got to get out, be a player, and not a spectator.